All right, boys. Lights, camera, action.
From Tobacco Republic in Loomis, California, the Loomis Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. As you can see, Scott's not here. As most of you all know, he is recovering from a knee replacement, a full knee replacement, actually, and we'll get to that in a little bit because we have some interesting information for you. But we did find a stand-in, far more better looking than Mr. Robinson. So let's start.
I was going to say Scott got a race and sex change.
Wow.
The problem is the audience has met Sarah before, so.
Yes, so for those of you who haven't seen her in a year or two, the lovely Sarah Belt has joined us. Welcome.
So happy to be back.
I'm
Yes.
so happy you could join us, but your voice was unavailable. That's shitty scheduling on our part.
You could only get half of me, sorry.
We'll take it.
Well, bold of you to think it was scheduled, but proceed.
Yes. So how are you? Long time no see for the show anyway.
I know, it has been a minute. I was thinking about it on my way over here. And I think the last time I was on the show was Rocky Mountain.
Either the Rocky Mountain recap or a Christmas episode, one of the two.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
the one where Scott shit on It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Oh, was that same year?
Yeah.
Then it was that Christmas.
Dun dun dun.
We don't want to relive that moment.
No.
Oh, we
He's
do all
made
the time.
amends.
Every time Christmas comes up.
They're making a Jimmy Stewart biopic.
Who's
About-
going to play Jimmy Stewart?
I will have to look that up, but
Morgan Freeman.
It takes place right before, during, and right after. It goes from pre-World War II and him being told, you can't serve because you're Jimmy fucking Stewart. That would be a tragedy if something happened to you, all the way through the production of It's a Wonderful Life and the PTSD and stuff he was dealing with. So I really want to watch it.
Could be interesting.
I'm intrigued.
Since we're here, Anthony, how are you on this fine evening?
On this fine evening, good, great, wonderful. We'll get to how Christmas went.
You're very convincing.
He hides it well.
Larry, how the hell are you?
Hey, any better, I could hardly stand it. It's a Monday, back from being out of the shop for 4 days, and apparently 35 to 40% of the people that called today just looked at their calendar for the first time in 3.5 months. Oh my God, it's almost the end of the year. I got to get this now. Oh, okay.
I'm thinking you need to institute a now fee
I was
and
about to
make
say,
it.
you're about to experience our special now rate.
Yes.
Yep.
Tack on an extra $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it was a couple of interesting conversations today with, is there any way I can have it by tomorrow?
No.
Like,
Even
There's a way. You're not going to like the amount of zeros it has, but
Yeah.
there's a way.
neither one of us is going to be happy. Me at the fact that we did this, and you at the fact that how much you had to pay. So let's just go with the 2 days out theory, shall we?
Right.
So no, but by and large, it's it's all right. We're winding down to the end of the year.
They trying to write them off as Christmas gifts? What the fuck?
Well, and a couple of the conversations were, yeah, I can have you an invoice today, tomorrow morning at the latest. You can pay that, and it's paid.
Yeah.
In 2025.
If that's your whole reasoning.
And then we will have them done the first part of next week. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, thank you, God. So, and it's like this every year at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. You just plug along.
Well, before we get to all of our holiday mayhem, let's quickly go around the room and what it was everybody's choices. So I know yours already, but
I have Grand Habano Corojo number 5 in Maduro. 70 ring gauge. It's
8 1/4, if I remember right.
yes, and this is
The shaggy foot.
Yep, this is one of my go-tos when I don't want to have to think about anything. I just want to sit down and smoke a cigar that I know is going to be solid. So thank you, Grand Habano, for making such a cigar. And it has not disappointed. It has been fabulous. I lit it up when I got here about 4:45. It is now later than that. So, we're just cruising along, paired it with a little, dime store coffee, and we're doing fine.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
No alcohol tonight.
No, it's, I've been on pseudo vacation for the last 4 days. I have consumed my my prerequisite of alcohol for said month. Thank you very much.
So Chipper the squirrel here. How
The ghost of Christmas past.
what did you select for tonight's recording?
I gotta.
Well, it was very good.
All right, you two.
Yeah, because that sounded much better.
I picked out Illusion Epernay, the La Ferme. It is 5 1/4 by
42 probably.
48.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, 42.
Don't think so, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong one. No,
Usually-
it says 48. I'm not
Usually
lying.
it's guys that lie about their
I know,
size.
right? No, here. Take a peek.
Yep.
I grabbed it.
I don't think it's right. But
Yeah. Hey, God bless.
The audio-only listeners just drove their car into a ditch.
serves him right.
Yeah. And hey, this is where you throw up on the screen the little rearview mirror icon that says objects in this mirror may be larger than or smaller than they appear.
Don't think I won't.
Depending on your perception of reality and your place in the universe.
So Anthony,
Yes.
what did you pick?
I got The Endowment by Apostate.
Good choice.
How is that?
Fantastic.
You have not had an endowment by apostate?
I've been living under a rock.
You're going to leave here with 5 of them.
Fucking quitter is what you are. Jesus.
No,
There's
it
a whole
is-
bundle at my house.
We've,
Oh, is there?
We've talked about them on the show before. They are one of the best lighter cigars I have ever smoked.
I've,
And that's another one that falls into that category for me of I don't want to have to think about it. I want something light. I want some. I know it's going to be constructed well. I know it's going to light well. I know it's going to burn well. I know it's going to be a great cigar. I'll just get this and sit down.
well, at the risk of turning this into an apostate episode, I feel like everything that I have had in the last 2 or 3 years that they've been around, that we've had access to them, I feel similarly about everything.
Yeah,
that I've smoked.
everything in their line is a solid cigar. Absolutely. And we've talked about that several times on the program, and it's just it's just one of those lines that that they've hit it out of the park
Every time.
Another one, I was talking to somebody over the weekend while I was down south. He asked me what I was smoking, and I was smoking an Adventura, and that is another line that I think they've just done very, very well with their blends and what they've put out over the last few years. So
Yeah. And it's funny because I know you didn't because you kind of banished social media, but did you see the picture of on the Apostate High Council page where they're doing some research? It looks like there's a new blend coming.
sort of. I saw somebody else talking about that post, but I didn't see the actual post. Mm-hmm. What I did see on the Apostate High Council page, and I commented on it, is somebody else initiated a Feathered Serpent Friday post.
Somebody's trying to move in on our
No.
game, huh?
I was like, I go, hey, how about that? It seems to have taken off, right, Brandon? And Brandon's, and so a whole bunch of people replied to that afterwards.
I'd say no, they're not stealing it. The cult is growing.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So
Larry's going to be the
Send
high
your money
Dalai,
to the Lord. That's his address.
God bless you.
the high exalted Dalai Lama, Larry.
Oh dear.
But so yeah, that was kind of cool to see.
I would like to commission some like ancient Aztec art of Larry riding a feathered serpent. The Quetzalcoatl or whatever.
Trust me, I will consult my AI program over the weekend. We'll get that.
Oh, never mind.
Chat. What the fuck?
Yeah,
is
pretty much.
apparently what Greg uses.
Greg.
Scott GPT.
Scott GPT, yes.
He's got free time.
So I picked up, I wasn't really sure what to smoke for the show because on my way up to the lounge, I smoked to my father La Permesa Lancero, which was amazing. So I went to the junior proprietor and I went, hey, what should I smoke for the show? And he picked out.
Good.
Oh my God.
We were not prepared for that, Greg.
Junior proprietor.
You gotta warn us.
Wow.
The junior proprietor is going to kick us out of the establishment next time we record.
Maybe. So he picked out for me the Ferrera Tego Generoso. It is a Honduran wrapper with a dark sun-grown color, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. It is a full-bodied cigar, flavor reminiscent. I'll get into this later on what I think, but allspice barrel-aged porter, mocha latte, toffee, Turkish coffee, and Wagyu.
Bullshit. If you can get any one of those out of that, I'll. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, Anthony, I believe you got one. Greg, I'm not sure if you did. This was a couple of weeks ago. I think it may have been the last time we recorded. Landon handed out some box pressed Maduros from Rocky. Did you get one?
It was just you two. It wasn't me. Oh, I wasn't privileged enough.
I don't think I've smoked it yet. It's in one of my bags of stuff.
I meant to, two things. I meant to bring the band to talk about it, and then I forgot the band because it's in the bottom of the ashtray in the car we drove to San Diego and back. And I also forgot to ask Landon what it was. Fantastic Maduro.
Wasn't that a Rocky?
Yes. So more to come on that, as I will track down either the band or the junior proprietor. God, I can't even say that without. We'll get more info on that because that was a fantastic Maduro.
Yeah.
I had that with a nice dark coffee, and it was really, really good. So, no, I'm assuming we don't have much for news.
We don't have
Cigar
much for news this episode. I want to get the fan mail out of the way real quick. James is actually responding through us to Nathaniel. Fuck, I'm going to butcher this. I just friended him on Facebook today. Don't kill me.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck, is that hyphenated or is that all one?
Nathan out of Texas.
Yeah, I think we're friends now too.
So if you remember on last episode, he sent us a question about some stronger Connecticut's. So James responded with a couple of options: the Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne,
Yeah.
the Christoph Connecticut, it's a medium plus, and the La Polina 1896 Gold Connecticut medium as well. So that's a couple different options.
I'll go along with the Christoph. Yeah, we missed bringing that one up, but I don't think I've had the other one.
And I'll get this forwarded over to you, Nathan. He sent me a handy-dandy chart from the competition, but we still appreciate it anyway, James. The strength-o-meter from the Cigar Authority, which lists a bunch of different brands and their strengths from 1 to 10. So it's pretty interesting to see.
Speaking of which, Nathan was the guy with the ashtray.
Yes.
Did you see the pictures he posted?
Oh, I did. Yes,
Oh, man.
they were pretty.
Did you see those, Anthony?
If I did, I didn't notice.
Yeah, you
them. There's
gotta-
so much cigar stuff that pops up between all the different pages and
Well,
our page.
yeah, you got to jump on our page and take a look because, man, that is and I commented on it too. That's an awesome looking.
It is a really great looking ashtray.
Yeah, hell of a score there. We saw one of those, in a thrift store. things a while back where they don't know what it is. They got it marked as a candy dish, and it's a 24-pound lead crystal ashtray. For Christ's sake, it's like, I think I'm going to buy this candy.
Yeah, I'll throw $2 at you for this candy dish.
Wow.
Isn't that thing cool, Sarah?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
It comes from the submarine, the USS Robert E. Lee.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yes, we talked about it, but I never went and looked at the pictures. That's definitely like a wardroom ashtray. That's so cool.
That is very cool.
That's
Yeah,
so
there can't be too many of those.
No.
You know, so
There was probably 1 or 2 on the ship total.
Oh, and I see he sent it to get fixed up because of the wood. The base was beat up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Again,
cool.
no specific attachment to the Navy, but that would be a cool one to fucking have.
Yeah, because there can't be that many of them.
No.
It's kind of hard to find Boy Scouts of America ashtrays. That's not really on brand.
Hey, you go back far enough, you probably could.
You could. I wouldn't have been surprised. It was a different time.
That's funny. It's funny you say something like that because I saw a meme over the weekend that was a picture of the old glass McDonald's ashtrays, and it said back when every McDonald's smelled 50% French fry and 50% Marlboro Red. I was like, hey, fuck, that was my childhood right there.
Pretty much, right?
Dude, growing up in a time when everything had a smoking section, you'd walk in, go to eat with your parents, and smoking or non-smoking, and the divider was like a 9-inch fucking plexiglass strip above the top of the booth at a Denny's. I'm like, I don't know, I wasn't real sharp as a kid, but I'm thinking this doesn't work real well for me. That's like having a no peeing section in a pool.
It's like growing up, the end of Mrs. Doubtfire. Would you like smoking or not smoking? Smoking! I thought, damn, that's a really fancy restaurant if they let you smoke.
Yep. Yeah. Well, the good old days.
Mm-hmm. So, since we're starting, we'll start with you, since you had the boring Christmas, so you say.
Well, we did Christmas Eve with the family because Miss Daisy and I drove to Southern California and stayed at our little beach spot for 4 days, and it had a great Christmas Eve with the kids and the grandkids, and everything was pretty chill for us, other than the
several phone calls that I had to make.
The daily report from the property adjutant here to telling me what's going sideways while I'm gone. The one thing I will state, though, two things. Number one, I can confirm visual sighting by myself that Santa, on his time off, drives a 93 Buick Regal, gold over champagne with white walls.
Yes.
Dude, this guy came down the Strand, and the place we stay, if you're in one of the front 2 rooms, which we are, there's a sidewalk, a 1-lane road, and the ocean. And this guy, I'm standing on the patio smoking a cigar, drinking a coffee, and this guy drives by, and I mean straight claws. He's got
straight claws.
He's white hair, full white beard. I mean, full beard, probably halfway down his stomach. He's a heavier set guy than I am in the Buick Regal, and he's kicked back with the gangster lean to the outside, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is amazing. And then the other thing that happened when we were down there was yesterday morning before we left. I'm standing out there just kind of watching the ocean, smoking a cigar, and this guy comes walking up. And he asks if is Luann here yet? And Luann's the lady that runs the place, and it's a little 9-unit lodge, and she cleans the rooms and all that shit, right? I go, I haven't seen her yet. I got to talk to her about renting, and I don't care. I mean, whatever. I'm a half a cup of coffee in. I just lit this cigar. Whatever you say, Gramps. Turns out this guy, 80 years old, professional ice skater. He has been skating for Disney on Ice for 43 years.
Holy shit.
He was the original Goofy for Disney on Ice.
That's kind of fucking cool.
Fucker's 80 years old, and he still skates 20 shows a year
No
for
way.
Disney on Ice. I'm
Holy
like,
shit.
And and so we're talking about this on the way home, and Miss Daisy goes, "What was that guy's name?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't remember him ever saying." But yeah, 80 years old and professional ice skater. So it never fails. Every time we go down there, we run into somebody or see something that's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, so I mean, all in all, that was the highlight of my Christmas.
Sure.
Except for this fucker over here.
All right, Anthony, the floor is yours.
So, Christmas was fine, very low key. Most of my big ticket like gifts were cash advances or gift advances for purchase of new truck in September or accoutrements for new truck. Fast forwarding to yesterday, I'll give good news first. We had a 3-man court of honor for 3 of my scouts earning their eagle, which was very cool. The first full court of honor I got to preside over as the scoutmaster. So that was fun. I got to read all the different more important parts of the ceremony that I normally don't get to do because I haven't been scoutmaster before. Christmas Day, I'm the only one home because they're off heading down south, and the 2 brothers are with their significant others and family, if they have it, doing their Christmas thing. So I'm chilling. I'm just hanging out. Messaged a couple friends and wished Merry Christmas. Got messages back from people I hadn't just the normal Christmas Day stuff. Decide, halfway through the day, make some lunch. Nothing, no big deal. The weather was nice the first part of the morning. Saw that thunderstorms were coming in. It's like, all right, make sure my windows are closed, trucks not parked directly under the tree. Go and I'm lay down to take a nap right as the storm hits, listening to the thunder, all that jazz. Flash clap, one right on top of the house. Power goes out. Fuck. Okay. I roll back over, just kind of look and be like, all right, yep, I see the security light came on that's in the kitchen, the little wall plug that if it loses power, you at least have a night light. Okay. Click, 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 click. Everything comes back on. Okay, cool. That's a weird sound for rain to make. Huh. I kind of sit up. I'm like, something's not right. The fuck is that? Why the fuck is that candlelight reflect? There's a fire behind my stove. The lightning grounded into the wiring of my house, blew a light bulb in a lamp, blew out my alarm clock, blew out the LED lighting on my desk, grounded out the outlet behind my stove, through the gas line, ignited the gas line. So ripped the stove ripped the stove out the wall, raked everything out from under my sink to get to the fire extinguisher, deployed the fire extinguisher while my Simply Safe security system is going, and they're calling me. Thank God, because if I hadn't been home, I would have no idea this was happening. So I'm talking to them to get fire on the way, because I don't know if there's something burning in the walls still. The gas is, I couldn't reach the ball valve with the stove. I couldn't pull the stove far enough out to reach in there without going shoulders deep into a pit of propane. And I'm like, I don't want to pass out and die like that. So I throw all the doors and windows open, which means the door of my house faces south, which is the windward side of the hill. So I'm just, yep, my house is flooding. This is just going to happen. So I'm standing under the front porch cover at their side of the pool deck in the pouring rain, watching lightning strike the other hilltops, waiting for Ophir Fire to show up.
Now, do you know what the lightning actually hit?
Nope, no idea. So get off the phone with fire and EMS. They're on the way. Call my dad. Phone doesn't pick up. Immediately call my mom, which I'm assuming you two were together. And once they know, if they get back-to-back phone calls from any one of us, it's like, oh, this isn't just he wants to talk, something's going on. So my mom answers. I'm like, hey, stop what you're doing. I need you to listen. This is what's happening. I am okay. Fire EMS is already on the way. I don't know what happened, but nothing is currently on fire to my knowledge. So that was the first phone call. Oh, no. Ophir Fire shows up. I tell them what's going down. It is dumping fucking rain the entire time. These two poor dudes. I'm like, all right, here's what happened. He's like, no shit. And he goes and looks like, yep, I can see where it blew out the outlet. I can see where it lit the gas line on fire. That's insane and terrifying, and I'm going to shut your gas off now. I'm like, yeah, you do that. So they shut it off. They took photos, but they're like, you good? And I'm like, I'm not dead. And they're like, cool, let it air out for another like 20 minutes, and then you're good to do whatever the fuck you're doing today. And I'm like, cool. Great. Which will be mopping my house. Fast forward another couple hours, I'm starting to be like, okay, everything seems to be fine. Hey, Pops, here's what's going on. We figured everything out. Gas is shut off to my stove. I have no power from the fridge to the front door, so I'm going to hijack some electrical extension cords to plug my fridge in and to plug the septic grinder in so I can flush my toilet. Okay, cool. The next day, hey, Pops, I don't know if it's related. We have no well water. Just no well water. The well pump is just done.
We still don't have any well water after checking the breaker on the pole and the circuit at the wellhead. Mm-hmm. So, which I honestly didn't think it was too big a deal because we've had this happen before in weather before, and it's just tripped. And you pull the breaker out at the wellhead, you let it sit a couple minutes, you put it back in, it reprimes it. Yeah, didn't do that this time. So we will be having the well company out tomorrow. I can't wait to see what that's going to be. You missed the chicken enclosure.
Oh yeah,
I don't know where that fell. I don't know. If
that was first thing Christmas morning. I noticed that because we had bad wind Christmas Eve and Christmas Day night. Yeah, they bought a brand new little low chicken enclosure, which it would have been fine had the tarp not been on it, because that's what caught it and took it airborne. Brand new little enclosure for the chickens got lifted and impaled Vlad Dracula style on the chain link fence post. So not quite as insane as the trampoline from 12 years ago getting wrapped around a ponderosa pine.
Damn, you had all kinds of fun on Christmas.
No, that's incorrect.
That is not the word we would use.
So yeah, there's still, because I don't know if everyone's ever had to clean up silica powder from a kitchen fire extinguisher. It fucking sucks. So currently avoiding that until it absolutely must be done. So yeah, fun. And there's so my house smells faintly of propane, fire extinguisher, and mildew.
You should package that into a candle.
No, I should not. So yeah,
the homeless edition from Bath and Body Works.
So yeah, and it sucks because when we put that stove in, like March? Mm-hmm. So hopefully it's fine.
Yeah, we'll find out as soon as we get the circuit breaker tested and a new gas line on it.
Mm-hmm. But miracle of miracles, hey folks, buy a surge protector for your electronics, specifically your PC and anything you don't want to be fucking fried. Surge protector. Computer was on before the lightning strike. Computer was on while the power was out. Computer was still on with the same tabs open on the internet when I finally went to check on it. So get a surge protector. Get a good surge protector. If you have an old surge protector, throw it away and get a new one. Update them regularly.
Good point.
Also, 8-year-old me used to think it was bullshit not to talk on a landline phone during a thunderstorm. Yeah, don't do that either. Don't talk on a wired landline phone, because if that had come through a fucking phone, no thank you. So
Hey,
yeah, my cabinets are lightly singed. You know what Chris told me to do? Have Steve the cabinet guy come measure the cabinets for me when he comes out next.
Yeah.
Fat fucking chance for that. But
you might get the old ones out of the house.
Additional thing that I completely forgot I had a load of laundry going during this, so now I've got a load of musty laundry that needs to get rewashed once we have water.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Also, I have a sink full of dishes. Once we have water. I've got a fridge full of food that I bought. Once I have a stove. So yeah.
Hey, this is the upside of living on property, where you don't have city water. And when we do lose power during a winter storm, there are 17 houses on our leg of the PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, for you people who aren't in Northern California. We are the last people they give two fucks about.
Oh yeah.
Because we're on a branch of a branch of a branch of the main power line.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, the last time we lost power,
power
we were
clicked
out.
on in 30 seconds. It just reset all our breakers in the transformer.
Yeah.
It's the kitchen line that didn't kick back on, which makes me think there's a short or something fried or melted behind the wall there. So
Lightning rod on the granny flat?
Yeah, probably. I don't care. I don't live out there.
Yeah.
All right, next.
he'll care slightly more after Dave tells him how much it's going to be to fix the electrical. Because that's the scary thing. If it just blew the kitchen breaker, that'd be one thing. But it blew the alarm clock by my bed, which is a completely different breaker. It blew the lamp bulb by my desk and the LED strip at my desk, which is a third completely different breaker. So it lit up the entire fucking Granny Flats power system for a trillionth of a second.
All right. Time to burn it down and take the insurance money.
I probably should have called you before putting it out. Be like, it's burning slow. I can get like 2 armloads of shit out of here before it starts getting dangerous.
There we go.
It's far enough away from the main house.
If it goes, take the whole goddamn thing.
A suspicious gasoline trail from one. No, I was talking to the firefighter. He's like, it could have struck by the propane tank and run along the gas, a copper line or something to the house. It could have struck the side of the hill and just found a way.
That's probably the best way. Is it struck down,
Or
down the hill?
it struck the tree and arced over to the roof line or to the hot water heaters piping.
You'd know if it hit the tree.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the first thing, because my worry was if it hit the roof or the tree or something, that's going to smolder for 4 or 5. That's going to, until you put it out, it's going to sit there and smolder. So I'm looking at the roof, like, I have no idea where this bolt of lightning hit.
So there you go. Next.
We stayed home.
Yeah.
It was not very exciting.
The weather was, as you well know, the weather was pretty shit for us. I don't know how it was down there, but it was pretty shit. Although one of the pictures you took was stunning. I'll have to steal it off your Facebook page so people can see it.
There we go.
But yeah, the weather was so crap. Mom and Sarah were talking back and forth, and they're like, "If you don't want to come down and make the trip, don't worry about it." And she's like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah. I tried to make it happen, and I kept staring at Doppler, like, yeah. And then it got to the point.
Yeah, that whole 9-mile drive in the rain must have been a son of a bitch. Fuck.
So
You're not going covered wagon, for Christ's sake.
no,
Strap the baby to a board. We're walking to Greg's mama's house. What the fuck? Jesus
No, but as we were sitting down, that's when it got real bad.
Yeah.
Where we are, and I looked at Chris and I was like, I think we made the right decision. It was crappy, and I'm sad that we didn't get to spend Christmas with family, but Christmas can be any day.
yes, it can.
Good God.
Before New Year's Day, you need to hurry.
Yeah.
So,
But real quick, did you guys see some of the, leading up to Christmas, some of the CAL FIRE's posts from up on the 80 corridor? Their 50-foot ladder truck over the Yuba River to get people out of that fucking
yes,
house.
out of the Rainbow Lodge and stuff like that.
One of them was a baby in a car seat that they're just they're just sliding across the ladder, and that poor baby, like, what the fuck's going on?
What is that?
Are you kidding? The baby's like, wee!
They gained 30 feet of water level rise in Lake Oroville in like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a fucking wild amount of water.
But think about it. These last 2 storms that rolled through, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I can't remember a storm coming in that strong for the better part of a decade, let alone seeing the South Yuba River flooding like that for well over a decade.
Well, and the scary thing is there's another 2 storms like it in the chamber in the Pacific right now. So
Yeah.
we're in the middle of, I think, a 3 or 4 day pause, and then Thursday morning it starts up again. I don't think it's bad, but with pretty much 8 days of rain again.
Fun.
So,
Yeah.
I'm hoping it dries out a little bit in the next 3 or 4 days, because we are
saturated.
water heavy, boy, at the property.
Yeah.
Ducks landing in places there shouldn't be water sitting.
Dude, Chris and I were talking about fishing off of the side of Maddie's Maddie's store there into the lake off Kentucky Greens.
Yeah.
You were lakefront property there for a couple hours.
Yeah, it's nuts. All right, man, let's hear it.
So Christmas Eve, we'll start with that one. Christmas Eve, we went over to Todd's place and had dinner with with Todd and his wife and 2 nephews. To put this in context, my 7-year-old nephew Mason has finally learned that he has a voice and will not shut the fuck up. And
Did your brother listen to this podcast, by the way?
No.
Okay.
And 2-year-old Bodie is an absolute sweetheart. Love that kid. He's fun. He's bright. He's outgoing. Good kid. So's Mason. He really is. So Christmas Eve, Todd makes the comment, "Hey, Greg, don't you know Santa?" And I'm like, yeah, I do know Santa. Well, little man thought he was going to be a man and goes, "Uncle Greg, you're lying. You don't know Santa." Uh-oh. So I get on my phone. I send a text message to Santa.
Santa, you haven't shaved recently, right?
Hey, Santa. Hey, Santa. My nephew says I don't know you and you won't call me. Santa sends me a message back. Give me 10 minutes. I'm delivering gifts at a couple of apartment blocks right now. I'll call you as soon as I'm done.
Oh, so he was in Get Up.
Hang on.
Oh, no.
So I said, Mason, you want to read what Santa wrote back? And he looks at the screen and he goes, I can't read that yet, Uncle Greg. A little bit big for me. I said, okay. So I read it verbatim. And he goes, uh-huh. Now, in the 10-minute window while Santa's delivering the gifts, Tommy's hoofing on his suit as fast as he fucking can, right? Tommy drops his little drop down behind his leather wingback chair he's got in the garage to do videos with Santa, because Tommy was, until the cancer treatment, a real bearded Santa. He now has to use the fake beard, obviously, because the chemotherapy did a number on his facial hair. Anyway, so he puts on the fake beard, he puts on the red suit, he puts on the wig and the hat, and he's ready, and my phone starts ringing, and what does the caller ID say?
Cigar
Santa.
bitch.
Oh.
No, it says... No.
That would have been
hilarious, right? So it says Santa. So I show the phone, the video call to Mason. What does my bitch of a nephew do?
Hang up.
He climbs onto the corner sofa behind these 2 giant pillows and is peering out like Kilroy. And I'm like, you, get over here.
He's thinking of like all the shit that he did that his parents don't know about. Like, I stepped on the dog's tail 3 weeks ago. Shit, Santa's gonna know.
So he's like, And I'm like, you challenged, you come over here and answer this call. Hey, Bodie, come here. So Bodie toddles over, right? I hit the answer button, and there's Santa. Santa goes, Bodie, it's nice to see you. And Bodie is 2.5. All he goes is, Santa! And then toddles off. So I start talking to Santa.
Obviously, all adults have Santa in their phone anyway.
Right. So I start talking to Santa, and I'm like, hey, Mason, get on over here. Mason, come here. You asked, come here. So I talk to Santa for a little bit. I give the phone to Grandma. That's my mother. And Grandma talks to Santa, and Great-Grandma talks to Santa. Well, finally, he grew a nut and wandered over there now that Grandma and Great-Grandma were talking to Santa, and they had a good conversation. So after that's all done, Santa hangs up because Santa's got to get back to work. Todd, my brother, goes, you want to tell Uncle Greg something? And he, shuffles over in the piteous little, things that kids do when they're wrong. I'm sorry, Uncle Greg. You're not a liar. You do know Santa. Yes, I do. And I looked at my sister-in-law at the end of the night. I'm like, how much ammunition did I just give you? She goes, a lot.
This kid's going to be good for like 4 years behind
Damned
this.
right, yes. So it was fun. Thank you, Tommy. That was great. It was a lot of fun. And for those of you out there that want Santa to call you next year, he does do that. So you can reach out to us, and we'll get you in touch with Santa, and he'll video call your kids if you'd like.
I'm so mad that I am just now thinking about this.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
but yours
Please have Cigar Santa. Call my kid.
Yours is not old enough yet.
No, but I have nieces and nephews who are in the whole thick of Elf on the Shelfing and
So
No. Stop. Fuck you and your Elf on the Shelf. That is not Christmas.
I do not disagree with you, but having a phone call with Santa next year will be a game changer.
A couple years, 4 years ago, somebody tried to explain to me the whole thing.
Elf on a Shelf is a CIA psyop torture method.
Yes.
You know
That's
what we had?
fucked
You know
up.
what we had when I was a kid? Instead of, we do that so that the kids will behave, before Christmas. You know what we had? We didn't have Elf on the Shelf. We had belt in a drawer. My old man would whip. My old man would whip my ass if you. It's different stuff, man. Different stuff.
So then
Go ahead.
we go to Christmas Day. This ain't creepy at all.
That's a good way to start a story.
yeah.
I am very particular about my undergarments. I have a certain brand I like.
Check, please.
So, needless to say, as usual with the typical guy, what is the primary gift? It's socks and underwear, right? No socks this year, but I did get underwear. And I'm looking at my grandmother, which is great grandma to the juniors, and I'm like, how in the fuck? And she goes, oh, Craig helped me. And I look over at my brother Craig, and I'm like, did you rifle through my fucking underwear drawer? He goes, yes, in fact, I did. And I'm like, wow.
Which is
Better
funny.
than him checking while you sleep.
I mean, there were some shittier options.
That's very true.
And this is after a conversation that you and I had 2 weeks ago.
Probably.
Yeah, because Grandma called her first.
No,
Yeah.
no, but Grandma was threatening to do it with not as a Christmas present. So
Yeah.
I guess Greg should count himself lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you just come in and
was
there's
wrapped.
new underwear laying on the table.
Apparently so. She's
Yeah,
like,
that's
why,
not odd at all.
why haven't you got some more? I'm like, does she not understand that there's a freaking $1,400 repair bill for the trailer and another $1,000 for the Volkswagen? I got more priority than new underwear right now, okay?
Yeah, these 5-year-old ones with holes will one more day.
They're just air conditioned. They're fine.
These aren't my Sunday go to
What,
meeting.
you didn't know that's how this works?
This isn't my Sunday go to meeting underwears.
Does Chris not have any holy ones? I mean, come on. Wait a minute. Don't answer that question.
I was not planning on it.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. So,
Liar.
but it was a fun, I mean, I get it. Not having kids myself, it's fun for me to watch my parasitic nephew open his gifts that we buy for Sarah's son, and my other two nephews open their gifts that I bought for them. I get it. That's what the magic of Christmas really is, that right there. Watching them
100%.
open the gifts and have a good time playing with them. I mean, that's just great. And then, so again, I said my nephew is 7, right, Mason?
Uh-huh.
What do you think Santa brought him for Christmas?
BB gun, I don't know.
He got that the day he was born. Dad walked into the hospital with a BB gun, and the hospital staff went, no.
Did he really?
Fuck. Yes, he did.
Of course Dad did.
But that was back when you could. So,
Pack of smokes and a fifth? What?
yeah. So, Santa brought him a PS5.
No.
Yeah, he is 7.
I will keep my mouth shut.
Uh-huh.
Good God.
I know. too
Sounds
many
like Todd
things.
wanted a PS5.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he was running. Beg your pardon.
Wow.
Oh, bless you.
That's what he was running his yap about all night and it was God bless Craig, because Craig's the gamer in the family. I'm not. Mm-hmm. Well, what games do you like? What games can we play? How about Sonic? How about this? How about that? And Craig just looks at him and goes, son, your uncle and I were playing Sonic back before you even existed, when we were your age. And he looks at Craig and I and goes, no. And we're like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Said, you don't remember this, son. You never
We'll
will.
whip your ass on Mario Kart right fucking now.
Amen, brother. We'll even do Rainbow Road backwards. And it was just like, it's like you don't remember this kid and you never see one again, but the original Sega and the original NES, we both had them. So, but it was fun. I mean, watching them in the Christmas, that's fun.
Yeah.
So, cigar check. How is everybody doing on that?
It's still a cigar.
Yeah, it's a fabulous comfort stick. It's doing what it was intended to do.
Yeah, this Ferrera Tego is really good. It's when they say full bodied, they're full of crap. Solid medium at best. But, you know, I often wonder if they, much like the spice industry, if they over exaggerate so no one messes up. How about you?
The Epernay is always a good standby. It's a solid cigar from start to finish. Anthony,
Oh,
you know that cigar you're smoking.
we've talked about it endlessly, so I'm not going to go on and on about it. It's fantastic. The endowment is really, really good, as is the entire Apostate line, and I am very curious to see what their next blend will be.
Yes.
As am I.
Also, I do want to try to get my hands on one of the sampler packs that has all 8 in the same size. I think they're Robustos, are
Wow.
they?
Yeah.
I don't know why you're looking at me, Anthony, but
I have a lazy. I'm looking at Greg.
Ah.
well, and I'm half
And the
blind,
ceiling.
So
So it was mentioned at the beginning of the program that the reason that Scott is not in attendance is because he got full knee replacement surgery on his left knee. And the recovery is started, ongoing.
Yep.
I don't think it was as smooth a transition as he had expected and or hoped for. He did have to spend the night overnight in the hospital to get the effects of the anesthesia to fully wear off, to get the pain meds managed, and to evaluate his rather large ass on how he could move around on this thing. Which, hey, I mean, to their credit, thank you for making sure that this man, who is 6'5",
240, 250.
yeah, be able to navigate to a certain degree on this new apparatus that you installed, because if not, he's going to be right back there with you fixing what happens when he goes down. And that's,
Right.
Well, we've seen examples. He's never touched on the show, but one of his relations had a hip replacement that's been done twice because of issues like that.
And I mean, just so, I know he wasn't thrilled about having to stay overnight, and and it's, I think he's having a little more pain than he expected, but in the grand scheme of things, everything's going along fairly well. So,
Well, can I read you my favorite message we've gotten from him so far?
yeah, please.
Oh, Jesus.
So this message came in on Sunday afternoon, about 4:48 our time, and says, "Lesson of the day, boys: don't take pooping for granted. Shitting is a gift."
I got nothing. I don't even know.
You didn't even neither of us even had any response to
Yeah,
it. It was like,
yeah.
Yeah,
what the hell do you say to that?
No further notes.
Yeah.
no notes.
No, but I did get Nathan, which is one of our listeners. He sent us a message. He also asked, "Hey, know any breath fresheners that work post cigar breath? It doesn't bother me, but my wife isn't a fan." I told him we'd have to look into that because off the top of my head, I don't know. But other than what I used to do, and now I don't care anymore, and there's no significant other to worry about, but just brush after you're done. But
Honestly, that's the surefire way, is you got to full brush your teeth. Like, gum will help. Eating something will help, but yeah, you gotta brush your teeth, or at the very least rinse your mouth out with something strong enough, with mouthwash, something strong enough to just clear all that tobacco residue that's just sitting in there out, because that's what it is. I hate to say it.
I will say the surefire is brushing your teeth and a mouthwash.
Yep.
I do know they make some mints out there for specifically that purpose, but that's another show. We'll get back to that one. He said, too, awesome. I told him we were recording tonight because he enjoyed the last one. And he also says, really enjoy the show. Really the only cigar podcast I've found that I can listen to and enjoy the whole thing start from finish.
Cool.
Bravo,
I'm not sure what that's saying, my brother, but thank you.
Yeah. So he also says, I said, thank you. We're recording tonight. Awesome. I almost sent an email wanting to make sure we all get a cigar alcohol withdrawal riddled rant from Scott at some point during his recovery.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's, I mean, don't think we won't.
Yeah.
He's probably 7 paragraphs into the composition of said report as we speak.
Yeah.
So,
and realistically, as soon as he can hobble his decrepit, crippled ass up the stairs to his studio, he'll be able to join us on the next recording. So you should be able to get that, Nathan, as soon as we can. And then we'll get a live recovery update from the man himself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the scar is pretty damned impressive. It runs, I would say, a good 12 inches based on the picture.
Well, yeah, based on the size of his knee, it's got to be 12 inches.
Yeah.
Hey, Christ. Yeah, that was no small incision, that's for sure.
And then I'm like, he sends the picture out, and we're like, what in the hell did y'all use to close that? He goes, wound glue and bandages, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do I get to see?
You have to take it.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
Here. Allow me
Please fondle the phone. Yep.
Here.
Yeah.
Got it?
I got it. Yeah, there we go.
Jesus, this is good radio.
Wow. That is
Impressive, isn't it?
Here,
Picture to follow for those of you that do the video podcast.
Couple things we missed. I'll shoot over a picture of the aftermath of my Christmas.
Okay.
Please do.
Also, you failed to mention the best fucking gift you've ever received.
Oh, seriously? How did we skip over
The
this?
stamp.
Uh-huh. I'm about to send a picture of that I took today because I saw that you were starting to use it on fucking proofs.
So, yeah, Miss Daisy and I had an agreement this year that no gifts.
This is like the 5th year you've done this, and every time you're surprised, she fucks you over and gets you a gift anyway.
You'd think he'd learn by now.
Well, if I was real smart, I wouldn't have married her twice. But, hey. It worked
I love that.
Isn't
my
it
God.
so we're describing.
That is amazing.
I use a lot of rubber stamps in my line of work for different things.
check file,
Yeah,
approved, print, all that.
Invoice or estimate number, stuff like that, so we can keep track of shit, right? Well, Miss Daisy took a photo from a few years ago which happened to be taken at the same place we just stayed this last weekend, of me smoking a cigar, sent it in to someplace to have a rubber stamp made of it, and it says Larry approved on this thing, and it is super fucking cool. And Anthony will post a picture, and so you can see it.
My dad in sunglasses with his full beard, cigar held up shoulder height in his Beyond the Humidor polo, in a black and white relief rubber stamp that says Larry approved.
It's great.
That is awesome.
If you don't start stamping fucking invoices with that, you're a bitch.
Nah, don't
Start
worry.
sending it out to people.
I may have to get some more, paid by.
Paid. Larry.
Larry says paid.
I need you in like 5 different colors: red, blue, green, purple.
Dude, you're his freaking graphic designer. Just make them.
You do realize that my graphic design doesn't change the color of the fucking ink, right?
I'm sure you've got the skills. I've seen your work.
We just order it with different colored ink, Greg.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a good Christmas, man.
Yeah.
Again, you sit and you watch the kids and every year there's kind of one or two things that going in is going to hit it out of the park. Not necessarily even for kids, but for just you find that one thing that is going to be appreciated. And Anthony, I think you'll go along with me on this one. I think this year the gift that kind of hit the best was my youngest son Patrick. His girlfriend does a lot of art, a lot of different stuff, and Miss Daisy and I a few months ago were on a thrift store kind of round robin thing. A bunch of thrift stores in our area got together on a weekend, and they did a passport little card where if you went to every one of these thrift stores and got this card signed, then you were entered into a raffle drawing. So let's go, maybe we can. And we ended up finding quite a few things gift-wise. And one of the things, it was the last place we were at, and we'd already picked out a couple of things, and just sitting on the floor over in a corner was this artist easel, wooden box artist easel with adjustable legs. It's a tripod easel. All three legs are independently adjustable, so you could do it on the side of a hill if you were trying to paint a landscape or whatever. And I didn't look at the price. I just picked it up and set it on the counter with the other things that Miss Daisy had sitting there. She goes, "What is that?" And I go,
like a 50s, 60s artist easel, right?
It's super old.
Yeah.
And it's all the adjustments, like the wing nuts and stuff are all brass, and it's super badass. But also when you open it up, the pallet board is still wrapped in cellophane.
Wow.
No.
And I was just like, oh, this is super cool. And so it was missing a wing nut here and I spent like 2 hours at the Ace Hardware in Auburn going through every bolt and finding, the right ones and matching stuff up. And that was the gift, man. That was this year's aha moment for gifts, I think.
And I think we've pointed out on the show before, once we all became adults, all the three kids became adults, it became more of that style of gift giving where everyone gets something from everyone. But it's the main focus goes into like, oh, I found this, like you said, that specific gift for that specific person. And usually everyone does that enough times across that everyone gets like a big, like this person found the thing for them. Like, but I think we got that from Mom's goofy friend, Terry.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my wife's friends, if they're she and her sister are traveling somewhere, you may get a gift from Terry. You may be the only one that got something from that trip. And if she sees something that speaks to her about you, for you, then she'll get it.
There's been trips where Terry's gone on where my mom won't get something, but my brother Chris will. Because she's like, I thought of your son.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Christmas is turned out. It's like everyone gets something, but the 1945 Scout Handbook was my Christmas gift or birthday gift. I'm assuming you also found that out at the thrift stores.
Actually the same one as the easel, to be honest with you.
Oh wow.
So that's like, nope, that's sitting there clearly for Anthony. We're going to take that. And so
absolutely.
Cool.
And it's, and it's cool. It's, you shop local, kind of support local kind of stuff. And, we got the other brother, Chris, a wallet, leather wallet, from, a Christmas craft fair up in Nevada City at the fairgrounds up there. And just one of those things where you looked at him like, that's him.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, girl's probably his age, mid to late 20s. And some of the leather work she did was just unbelievable.
I know the lady you're talking. I've seen her out at a couple of the like local like craft fairs and stuff. She is crazy good.
She does probably one of her best things. She does like leather bound journals and stuff that are just
Don't tell me that.
friggin' ridiculous. I mean, they're so cool. So there's that.
Nice.
I'll brag a little bit. I hate shopping for people because I hate trying to figure out what people want, again, unless I see that thing. And unfortunately, this year was just kind of a shit year for finding that thing for people. It just, nothing came across my window shopping that was like, there's mom's gift, or there's Teddy's gift. So I am particularly happy with the gift I picked out for the three main households, the three couples, my brother and his wife, my brother and his girlfriend, and you and mom. So I've gotten recently back into, I used to sketch a lot in high school, but then I started doing graphic design, and coming home to do more art seemed like work. But recently I got a little 8x5 leather bound, well, not leather bound journal. It's a leather sleeve that fits like the 8x5 sketch pads. And I've been forcing myself to take it on like scout trips and stuff. The last place I took it was, I did a day trip up to Reno and back doing some geocaching. I stopped and sketched Donner Lake from the lookout on Donner Pass Road. So that was everyone's Christmas gift, was blowing that up to 11 by 17.
Very cool.
And framing it in the cheapest frames Amazon had, but you know.
The frame's not important.
Nope.
Speaking of
It was
which,
also a fun workout for the new printer. Turned out really
there you
good.
go.
Speaking of which, one of the places we were shopping, kind of window shopping at this weekend down south, had some cool beach art local to where I grew up in wooden frames, reclaimed wood frames.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Then they were also selling just the frames. Holy shit. I couldn't believe. I'm like, oh, this would be cool for that. And I picked it up, and it was $175 for the frame.
Right.
I'm like, fuck. I don't even want to go over and look because I didn't look at the price tag on the one that had the art in it on the wall. I'm like, that's cool. Just not something I'm going to buy. We don't have any wall space. But I'm like, oh, that frame would be cool. And I'm like, I couldn't put it down fast enough, man. I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of money. But it is what it is. If it's cool and it'll work for you and you got the money, I get it, I guess. But wow, yeah, I was just really surprised by that price.
That's what one of my scouts did. They took pictures of their Eagle project. That was Joseph out at the North Coast. He replaced some footbridges on the Lost Coast Trail. They took some of the deck boards that were all old and mossy and cut them down, left the moss on them as much as they could, and framed a picture of his new bridge with the old bridge deck board.
Well, that's fantastic.
It looks so fucking cool.
That's very cool.
I have a friend that I've lost touch with. My friend Paul.
Oh, yes.
And his dad was a oil painter throughout his entire life. And the man was so talented. One of his things that he liked to do is he would get a cabinet door, a glass cabinet door, break the glass out of it, and that would become the frame. He would make the canvas.
Cool.
So if it was an arch-topped glass door or something like that, he would build the canvas to fit in there, and he would paint these amazing scenes, and that would be its frame.
Wow.
So it looked, if you looked at it from the side, it looked very odd, but if you looked at it from the front, it was like a window. It was just amazing work.
Wow. Well, I like the ones like Chris will find the old pane windows, like barn windows and stuff, and we'll print stuff to go behind it so it looks like a window frame looking out somewhere. You guys have one of Oceanside, I think.
Well, the one that's up is just a beach photo.
Oh yeah,
that Mom wants to replace with something from a local from down there.
I've seen people do it with old, like the little, I don't know what the architecture term is, but the little arched windows that you see over doors sometimes. I've seen people do them in those, and very cool.
Yeah. One of the skills I've wanted to learn for years, but haven't, mostly because it's far too tedious than I want, but learning to do stained glass seems like it would be a lot of fun.
God, there's the terrifying thing of social media is you can watch all sorts of people do all sorts of that cool shit, and you're like, I can do that, and then you look at the cost and go, I could do it if I won the lottery.
It's funny. I saw a reel over the weekend that I think I still have saved. I'll forward to you. It's a German company that the lady that runs it now is the 15th generation of hand-blown glass ornaments.
Wow.
And
Wow.
her great-grandfather carried 2 molds from east to west after World War II, because where they were ended up in
East Germany.
East Germany.
Oh, wow.
And he started again, and the basement of their house, hand blowing glass, and now they're one of the only hand blown glass, hand painted ornaments. But I'll
Wow.
forward that to you guys because it's about a 15 10-15 minute clip on the history of this and watching how it's done and stuff. It's freaking amazing.
There's a lady that I wanted to get Mom some ornaments from, but her backlog is so massive, especially this time of year. She has, I don't know if they're family heirlooms or she found them or a combination of both, the molds for the hand-dipped tin ornaments.
Oh, that's
the ones
fantastic.
that are like relief and they reflect the candles or the Christmas lights, like
Yeah.
the German style Christmas ornaments.
That's
She
very-
hand dips them in either it's not enamel, but it's whatever. It's not paint, but it's that clear kind of
Acrylic,
gel.
maybe?
Not acrylic, but it allows the tin to shine through.
Yeah.
It's whatever that. It's not. It's maybe it's enamel or it's some sort of gel paint. But she does that, and they're gorgeous. But it's like she had to stop taking orders because she's like, "There's no fucking way I can do all these before Christmas." But they are beautiful.
Well, I've always wanted to learn to oil paint. Mm-hmm. And being colorblind, most of our listeners may or may not know that, it presents a challenge.
A bit.
So I'm talking about it in here. This was when they were switched, and this was the humidor, and that was the lounge. And our friend Roger is very artistic in his way that he likes to paint and everything. And he goes, Greg, if you're going to learn from the holy and sacred Bob Ross, he goes, why don't we just take the palette, get the clear palette like he's got, and we'll P-touch the colors in the same order on the palette as he has on his program.
And you just have to memorize
You just
the order.
put the oil daubs where they're supposed to go, and you can paint and learn to do it. I'm like, that's a freaking genius idea. I
But
can
the
do
crazy thing is,
Paint by numbers.
the crazy thing is, and if you've never, I love that Bob Ross's estate and family agreed to let all the episodes air. Like, you can watch them on Twitch, you can watch them on YouTube for basically free.
that. Yeah.
He's done colorblind episodes where he'll have a lady write in and say, "I'm colorblind. I feel like I can't paint." And he'll do full episodes with one color.
One color
It's
or, yeah,
insane.
and white.
It's insane. What?
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a project for the future because I'm a photographer too. And
I won't lie. That is on my bucket list. Is to at least once, like, okay,
Try it.
Yeah.
well, I shoot beautiful black and white work. I also shoot
do.
beautiful color work. But I have to have a color seeing person sit with me when I edit my color photos because I can get it close, but with the histogram on the editing program that I use, but I can't get it perfect. So I have to have somebody sit with me and do that when I do color work, but it's so much fun to do. So I found this article. To quote the great Jeremy Clarkson, I went on the internet today and I found this.
Uh-oh.
It's from a very good cigar magazine that if people are interested in reading, they should look it up. It's called Cigar Press. It's the do's and don'ts of going into a lounge. Ooh. Or actually, cigar do's and don'ts, okay?
Oh.
So these are fairly interesting. And I know we've talked about this on several episodes over the years, but we've never really had specific do's and don't points like these are. So I'm going to do the don'ts and we'll figure out what you think the do is. First don't, and this one we've preached a lot. Let price determine the quality of the cigar. Just because something's expensive doesn't make it good.
Amen, sister.
So the do on this one is try a variety of cigars in all price ranges from different countries and tobacco strains. The only way to see for yourself is to smoke it.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you're in that brick and mortar, rely on the proprietor or junior proprietor of said brick and mortar because they probably have a fairly good idea of the inventory that they have.
Yeah.
And if you can answer a couple of basic questions as to your, flavor profile, palate, what you smoke, Marlboro Reds, whatever.
Grape swishers.
They can steer you in a direction that you should be happy
and
with.
don't be afraid to say, hey, that's not in my price range, because a good proprietor will respect that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I did that with Ron in here the other night. It was my birthday. I'm like, it's my birthday. And he's like, well, and he literally started to get up to go to the Davidoff Humidor, and I'm like, Ron, not in my budget. And he's like, okay, try this and this then.
Yeah. Well,
Dial it back there, old man.
we had somebody who worked years and years and years and years ago when I was first getting into cigars, and we would all go to dinner. We would come back and hang out together, and he would go and grab a cigar, and he'd go, "This is what you're smoking tonight."
All right. Or,
Rich.
Almost said Roger. Sorry, Rich. Speaking of which, have you heard from that fuck?
Rich?
Yeah.
Not since April, so I'll have to reach
that's more
out.
reason than I have.
Normally we talk about Christmas, so I got to get a hold of him and go, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay, this one.
He's in Costa Rica?
He's in Costa Rica, yes.
Happily.
So this one, if you really want to know what we think about this subject, go back to episode 8. I believe it's 8, called Reviewing the Reviewers. Do not let ratings determine if a cigar is good. Take ratings with a grain of salt. Every palate is different. You may find that you have similar tastes to certain people who rate cigars and would agree more with their opinions than others.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Also, you have to look at where the ratings are being published, because that certain times that becomes a pay-to-play situation.
Yeah.
So, if you're in a brick and mortar, kind of pull the establishment. And if there's a handful of people sitting in the lounge, hey, run it up the flagpole, see who salutes.
Well, and again, similar to that, if you have a guilty pleasure cigar that is the butt of jokes, just smoke it.
Yep.
I think because if you're in a lounge, again, we're kind of biased because we have such a great lounge here. If you're in a lounge with people who, respect that, you're in good company. I think one time, this was years ago now, I was gonna smoke Java, and I had asked you, like, is it okay if because it's flavored, is it okay if I smoke it? And no one gave a shit. I don't know if it was a regular or a rando said something about me smoking a Java, and the bullshit did not land because everyone else in the humidor is or in the lounge is like, what the fuck, dude? Like, oh, you're smoking it. He started to say something, and I think everyone in here kind of looked at him like, chill.
Pump the brakes, homeboy.
Pump the brakes, homeboy.
Yep.
You and your acid over there.
Oh, that's how I started smoking, was
I was gonna
acids.
say, Ordinary Larry was my first cigar.
Yep.
But on the flip side, if the whole lounge gives you that look like, hey man, not the time or place, like me and my
tamp out your Marlboro Red and get the fuck out of here.
well, I accidentally allowed Zach to commit a faux pas in here. He asked if he could smoke a pipe, and I'm like, I don't know. And Craig politely said, hey, next time, ask first. Pipe smoke's a little bit more aromatic than people were ready for.
Yes.
But it was the end of the night, and it was just me, Craig, Zach, and one other guy in here. So
Yeah.
Fuck them.
fuck 'em.
Don't assume a cigar is a Maduro because it has a dark wrapper.
True statement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some of the best quote-unquote Maduros are not really Maduros, in my opinion. Don't assume the strength of a cigar by the color of the wrapper. Most of the strength is in the cigar comes from the blend of the filler tobaccos.
Yep.
Again, 100%.
LFD comes to mind.
Yeah.
La Fleur, Dominican. Okay. This is not only a don't ever fucking do this. Most cigar smokers, it is one of our biggest pet peeves. Don't put a cigar in an ashtray like it's a cigarette. Make a mess. It makes a mess. It can ruin the ashtray. And chances of relighting are impossible. On top of that, it releases noxious odors.
Yeah. Just set it down and walk away.
Yeah, don't.
It opens the end up and everything can keep smoldering and burning in not the right way that it's supposed to.
If you want a cigar lounge to smell like ass, go ahead and do that.
Just set it down.
Just because Scarface did it in the movie doesn't mean you have to.
Exactly. Oh.
Wow.
Point
Almost-
5.
almost-
Don't put your cigar out on the microphone.
Almost pulled a Larry there.
Is your shirt okay?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Wouldn't be the
The
first
party
time.
you can see is fine.
Yeah. Don't store cigars in a refrigerator. Despite the myth that they will stay fresh, it will actually dry them out over time, depending on depleting them of their precious flavor oils.
I have never heard of that.
I've seen it. People talk about storing them in a fridge, and it's like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's no.
I've literally never heard that.
Refrigeration does not equal humidification.
No, in fact, refrigeration 9 times out of 10 pulls the humidity out of something.
That's also why you shouldn't freeze coffee beans, but that's a different conversation for
Yeah.
a different day.
Lastly, on this one, it says, don't take cigars out of cellophane in a retail shop. Don't do that to smell them.
Oh,
Don't even smell the cigars that aren't in cellophane. No one wants cigars that have been stuck on someone else's nose.
nope. No, thank you.
And if you insist on doing it, like, you don't need to get it right up in there.
No, and if you're going to do that, it better be one you're buying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a don't do. It's not on their list because their list was relatively short. Obviously, there's a longer list of this one, but this is one of my pet peeves, and it comes from working for this establishment. If you're going to bring your own cigar into a lounge and smoke it, 1, ask first, but 2, don't leave without buying. If you're going to smoke one of your own, at least buy one from the establishment as well.
Yep.
At the very least, if you are going to bring cigars in and smoke them and not buy one, at least bring cigars that you bought here.
Yes.
Right.
I've had to do that couple where it's like I can't afford another 3 cigars. I come here twice a week. I can't afford 5 cigars every time I come in here, Ron. I'm sorry. I've got to smoke the other 4 I bought from you on Monday.
Which he doesn't mind because they were bought here. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's common sense, really is. But
It's not so common.
so, well,
Shall we call it a night?
final thoughts on our cigars, folks, before we wrap this baby up.
Fabulous.
I know Anthony can't. Anthony said most everything, but
Yeah, I mean, what else do you want me to? It's the endowment. Go watch one of our 18 episodes on apostate.
yeah. I know you're a Tatawahe fan, or not a Tatawahe. You're also an Illusion fan, but
Sure am.
yeah.
It was delightful.
Yeah.
And I timed the cigar that I picked out for the episode almost perfectly.
Yeah.
Amen, sister. Mm-hmm. No, it's hitting it perfect, man.
Yeah. And by no means is this my first Fueretego from Michael, but this is a new one for me. It's a great stick. It's a solid medium. It's not a full body. Great flavor profile. Scott would love this because it's all Nicaraguan. Great tobacco.
Yeah.
And worth another try.
Perfect.
I will do a short plug for the Best Care Anywhere podcast because we recently discussed I don't think it's necessarily rare, but very little known piece of MASH history, the animated parody Lampoon cartoon that aired for about 5 months called Mush.
I was looking at the picture you posted on the Best Care Anywhere Facebook social media outlets. I could not determine who the hell was supposed to be who from that picture. It was not well done enough for me to figure out which one's Potter and which one's so on.
Hot garbage. There were 23 episodes produced, and about 11 of them have been archived on various YouTube channels. For Christmas, Ethan and I said we were going to do it last year, never got around to it. So for the Christmas this year, we did a little discussion about the history of how the show got made and did the rolling DVD commentary for the hour of the show that exists. Alcohol was consumed. It is not a good show. Weirdly, it's made by Filmation, the same company that did He-Man, She-Ra, the DC animated. So, like, a good film studio. They just massively fucked off on this project. It's bad. It's so bad, it's ridiculous. So, if you want to ruin your evening, go ahead and check that out.
Hey,
Yeah.
and other mash related stuff, you need to throw up a couple of the pictures
Oh,
of
shit,
the artist that does the peanuts knockoff of mash.
For Chris, because I see a lot of MASH stuff being a podcast host that does MASH stuff. One of the I see a lot of people who do MASH is weirdly popular among millennials and Gen Z. I don't know what it is. If it's just because there's maybe it's us, maybe we did it. I don't know, but there's a lot of fan art of MASH by people now that that's a thing you do for series you love. This isn't Peanuts is not their normal style, but for Christmas they released some MASH characters from various scenes as Peanuts characters, and it turned out really cool. The artist is Static Blue on Instagram.
Well, send me some of the pictures and their handles so we can get proper credit where credit's due, and we'll get those up while you're talking so they can take a look at them.
Absolutely.
You know, it's one of those where I grew up with that in syndication, and then we scared the living hell out of Roger one night because Larry and Sherry bought a set for Anthony. Picture Trivial Pursuit, but it's a MASH edition.
MASH questions, yeah.
And between Craig, Anthony, and myself, we were sitting here on a COVID night with the shop closed with Roger, and you know, Roger's asking questions off the card, and Anthony and Scott.
We're correcting the card.
Yeah, Craig and I and Anthony are answering, going, "That's not really right. That's the wrong answer. It's actually this." And he's going, "How the hell? We have no life."
Well, the next episodes that we got to do, and we can get Roger involved in as a technical. We got to do Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan.
And then Roger can do all the German parts.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not squeaky enough.
Yeah, I'm aware.
But no, she came into work this morning. She's like, I'm like, "Oh, you're going to have a fun time tonight." She goes, "Yep."
And then it just got worse as the day progressed.
Well, Here we go, folks.
Mr. Marlott, push the button. Well, I'm not waiting for that funky keyboard, and it's been a fun episode, and hope you've all enjoyed it. On behalf of Larry, Anthony, Sarah, the cripple, who's not here, and myself, thank you for watching and listening. Check us out at LumasCigarCartel.com. Like and share us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. We don't post on Twitter very often, but we're there too. Check it out. I forget what all the handles are. That's my fault. They'll be on the screen. As Scott would say, everybody stay healthy and safe. Have a great new year. Look for more episodes from us. God bless and God willing. We'll see if we don't float away in the next storm. Thank you all. So, good smoke, good drink, and good life. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
New